Hello, welcome to the photography course. The next longer video is really going to be more about looking at course policies and going over a lot of details. I just wanted to, quickly introduce myself and let you know about my interest in teaching generally and in teaching photography specifically. I have been teaching a really broad range of courses, photography courses, since 2003, and I've really come to believe during, all of my many classes that I've taught that whatever we can do to make ourselves more informed, and sensitive consumers of photography is going to benefit not only ourselves and our work, but it will also benefit anybody who's looking and viewing and working with our images. So in a manual photography class like this, even though we're going to spend a lot of time looking at, manual controls and techniques, that the goal really for me is giving you more creative expression. Whatever images you take at the end of this class, after kind of going through and learning all of those techniques, are going to be more closely aligned with what you intended when you were trying to shoot. It's great shooting on automatic settings, but it's limited sometimes in what you can accomplish. So with a manual shooting course, you really learn how to creatively control all of these different elements of the images you take, which will be a huge benefit. So it's going to take a little bit of work and time to kind of slog through a lot of the manual camera settings, and I know some students get intimidated by sort of seeing all the buttons and functions and all the things that they can do. But in the end, this is just, learning techniques for artistic control. And when you come out of the class, hopefully the images you take will be, much improved, or the images you've been taking on automatic settings and before this. We're also going to really focus on photographic composition. Now, there are a lot of tools I'm going to be showing you that are compositional tools that can make it a little easier to come up with, interesting balanced compositions. But in general, this is all about creative approach. So learning the rules is great, but also so you can break them once you become really familiar with those elements and how they work. In the end, again, I really hope that you enjoy the course, that it benefits your photographs, that you find you have increased ability for creatively expressing yourself through imagery. I know in online classes it can be a little bit difficult, not only just to navigate all the work that you're expected to do, but also to kind of feel, like you can ask questions and like there's somebody who can work with you if you're having trouble with technique. And an in-person class, it's easy just to sort of bring your camera up and say you don't know what a setting is. But I know in online classes that can be difficult to navigate. So I wanted to let you know that I am here to help you succeed. So if you find yourself stuck with any of the camera settings or techniques, you can always email me. I usually respond pretty quickly. If you are feeling more stuck, we can also set up office hours, and you can, bring your camera and we can kind of work through the settings during office hours. So if you're having trouble with technique, please don't be discouraged. It's just kind of something you have to get through to get to the other side of that, to learn all these different techniques. Most people, when they're learning manual camera settings, your images will get worse for a little while. Right? They're not going to be as good as the automatic settings until you really learn to master those techniques. But eventually, in the end of all that, it's going to be worth it. I promise you the images you take will be more thoughtful, better in terms of your ability to predict and have more mastery over those settings and controls that you have. So if you get stuck, please do not hesitate to reach out. Email me. We can set up a time to meet, etc. I look forward to working with you and seeing your images.